I can imagine you're crazy busy, so I really do appreciate it. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I it's been a lot these last 3 years. So when I get that question, it's like my head is like I don't even know what how to respond. But everything's fine, everyone's healthy. Yeah.
That will
It,
do.
it's
That's
it's
good.
okay. It's okay. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay too. You say, yeah, often life there's so much going on, so sometimes it can be just such a glib question. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad you're doing okay. What's been keeping you busy today?
Today,
Mm,
a lot of interviews.
yeah.
And yeah, like personal private stuff like I had some problems with my car. I had to put it into service and stuff like that. I just picked it up. So it's been a lot. It's been a long day, but it's okay.
Oh, no, fair enough. I know how busy you are. I mean, of course, we're fast approaching the release of ArmaHeaven, so the workload kind of increases as far as like press goes, right? Interviews and things like that. But
Yeah, but it's
overall,
okay. It's okay.
yeah, overall, are you kind of enjoying this period, the build period? Are you enjoying the workload as much as you can?
I uh I I love making music,
Mm.
to
Yep,
put it
I
that
get you.
way.
Yep,
Yeah.
I get you.
You know, I'm really obsessed with making music and I'm obsessed with like just being creative,
Mm.
and having good chemistry with people that are interviewing me. So we
What's
actually
what
have the same haircut as well, so that's kind of nice.
is yours by choice or did life just hurt take it away like it did mine?
In my later years, a little bit, but it was it's kind of a fun story. I started shaving my head when I was like 16 or 17,
Hmm.
so it's just been a thing that I've enjoyed. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. Always been.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the cap
Fortunate.
thing was like a thing that happened like maybe I mean I had it as a kid and then I didn't have it for a long time and in like 2016 I started wearing cap again. So it's one of
So it's just your
those.
look.
Yeah.
As far as like going back to kind of the album build and this process and where we're at now, particularly at the latter stages of the release, has there been anything this time around that you've enjoyed more than usual? Perhaps something you've done a bit different as far as the build goes?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we have been having a really crazy schedule with touring
Mm,
and stuff like that. So it takes away a little bit of the creative side of you, I guess, because when you're sitting, I just counted, and I've last year I sat on my ass in the tour bus for 3 months in hours. So, and when you're doing that and you're surrounded by people all the time, you don't get this like you don't get a distance between you and your creative.
mm,
It's a big it becomes a distance between you and the creative side of you because it feels like you're like in a factory, you
yeah.
know. I love meeting my fans and I love doing shows, but I hate everything else in between, to be honest with you. Um, but now this year we have really had time ever since this spring. We've had time, even though we've done a couple of shows and a couple of tours here and there. We've
Mm,
actually had time to for this album to 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 just sit down and be creative and yeah,
better
especially
for you.
now, especially now we have like I don't know, we have like one and a half album more to give you after this is going to be released. So that's how creative we have been this year, which is really fucking awesome, to be back in the creative headspace and doing a lot of sessions and studio
Mm.
and where you actually thrive the most.
What do you put that down to? Is it just generally having the time off, not touring? So that's just allowed you to just be a bit freer and just
Yeah,
explore.
yeah, exactly. And then you can go home to your family in the evening,
Mm.
and it's yeah, it's really precious.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm glad then you've had the opportunities to do that this year, and the result speaks for itself. ArmaHeaven, October 31st, 2025, ambition realized, and this is one hell of an ambitious album. Summarize if you can what you think this album says about Smash into Pieces.
I think it shows the broad, I mean the range in between genres, and
Mm,
because we're not really forcing songs. We're If we make a song and we hear that, okay, this song doesn't even need a guitar, then we're not going to force it that way, you know?
mm,
So I think this album really shows what we can do in this spectrum, you know?
yep. Yeah.
So, and also we have a lot of features on this album, three of them,
Yeah.
which is really rare for being smashed into pieces. So that was a kind of a fun way to make this album, also to include three features. And yeah, and the whole storyline with this album as well, where we have stepped out of this Arcadia world where Apoc is living with his nemesis Ghostis,
Mm,
and Apoc kind of find his way out of the game, and now also Ghostis has found a way to come out of the game and into this real world that you and I are living in. So now it's also like AI versus AI, and humans are basically cattles.
mm.
We're not important anymore. So that's where we're kind of heading towards story wise. So it's and it's kind of weird to have that kind of storyline because it's weird times.
Yes.
Yes, in a lot of ways, especially for our
Mm,
musicians.
mm.
Jesus. Um and the whole thing with just AI videos all over the place on social media, so you don't even know what's true anymore. Even I have problems to see what's AI or have you seen the whole thing with Will Smith eating spaghetti?
Oh, I have not seen that one. No.
If you see how fast AI is moving, you could really tell on that.
Really?
You should look it up.
No, well after, yeah, I've seen plenty of ones as you say where you could be very easily tricked into believing it's real. It is advancing in a scary pace.
Yeah, and I used to be like a video editor back in the time,
Right.
kind of. And we also work a lot with, our music videos are very After Effects, and it's very so I have a trained eye for you know visuals, but even I have problems nowadays seeing. Like I'm always a little suspicious about everything, It's like, is this AI or
Mm.
you know? It's weird times, man. It's weird.
I mean, have you thought, is there a way you've thought like perhaps that the group, you guys could use AI in a positive way? It's such a difficult one, I know.
Yeah, but we are actually using AI in the good terms,
Mm,
in good ways, because all of the albums that I have been recording, we
yeah.
have uploaded to an AI client or whatever you call it. And we now pair and banjo and everyone that's working with me, they can actually make demos with my singing,
Mm.
you know? But it doesn't really sound like me, but it's kind of sounds like me.
Yep, I get you.
So you can be more creative, which is a that's a good healthy way to use AI. You can use it as a tool, but I am always singing for real in the studio on those demos,
Yeah.
So that's a good way to use AI for us.
Yeah,
But
you said it best in you help your creativity. It's not there, it's not supposed to replace your creativity, it's supposed to help you be creative.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah. But it's very soul crushing. The other day I was at the gym and I added a cool song to my playlist. I was like, this
Hmm.
is really kick-ass, it was like a radio-based song that I heard that just came in my when my Spotify list was done. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? This is really, really good. And then after like I've listened to the song like 5 times, I was like, what kind of artist is this? And I went in and it was an AI artist. So I was like, fuck, I was fooled. You know? It's one of the
Well,
it was crazy. Yeah.
that's the
So
hardest thing to identify, though, isn't it? I mean, because ultimately you're just listening to music, you're hearing what sounds that say like a banging song, you're into it, and it's I don't know what the term is. It's not real.
yeah, but I don't want to be a dinosaur,
Mm,
Also, it's like you have to somehow evolve with your surroundings somehow. But it's just the thing with the whole machines are taking over
yeah.
creative to how do you say the word? Anyways, you understand what I'm saying. Um, so it's kind of soul crushing when you understand that basically everyone can release songs now,
Yeah.
and it sounds better than Smash. You know, it's like because it's everything is so perfect when it comes to AI. It's usually it's
Y-
yeah.
I understand that. I still think people, a vast majority of people, still recognize, the reality of heart and soul and passion and all the stuff that comes through in a real performance on a record. Even no matter how great the work in the studio was, I still think there's just that edge of realism that I think most people still recognize. Don't get me wrong, you're absolutely right. If AI continues the way it is, well, who knows what we're going to end up with. But right now, I still feel like it's recognized, and it's recognized in this album. You can see that kind of by the positive response to the singles as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really glad that I made it into the industry the way I did, and I have like soon I have 10 albums in my backpack. I have the history behind me is like 10 albums.
Mm,
So but I really feel bad for bands nowadays or artists because everyone is going to be suspicious about them.
yeah.
Like, is this really, And actually, I had an interview today,
Mm,
and he said that live is more important now than ever.
yeah.
I didn't really thought about that, but
Mm.
it's true, if people want to understand that you are what you are, what you're saying that you are, they should come out to a live show and see, are you really that good, or are you really the thing you're trying to sell us? So
It's still where that connection's made. Ultimately, you're on stage, you're looking at real people, they're looking at you. It's something that's irreplaceable at the moment.
yeah, but who knows in 25 years, it's
I
when
mean,
people are starting to like get used to this, and I don't know, it's hopefully, I mean, this is not the first invention in life for the humans, so we're probably gonna find a way to somehow regulate this. I don't know, but yeah, time will
yeah,
tell.
time will tell. I mean, as you say, we messed around with holograms already. I mean, look what ABBA were doing on that massive tour with the kind of avatar thing. So, like, there are ideas out there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go back a bit and look at the origins of ArmaHeaven. In particular, the vision and like what that might have looked like in its earliest form. Did you have a clear idea of what you wanted the album to actually be when you first started writing?
Nope. We kind of came up with the album title
Mm,
really like recently. So usually we make songs and we try to have Arcadia with us in mind
yeah.
and like kind of where we're going. And we're trying to, because usually we do a song and then we do a video
Hmm.
and we'll see what happens with APOC. And then we'll do a new song and then we'll do a new video. It's like taking baby steps towards where are we going, which is
Yeah.
which is kind of nice. So we're not really thinking about it too much. We also want to have a little surprise somehow, it's we don't want to tell the story too fast.
Hmm.
And the whole thing that we're doing, it's usually a mirror, it's mirroring the real world somehow.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, would you call the writing process a smooth one? Like, as you talked earlier on about it being quite creative time for you, and the album speaks for itself. You already got a lot more in the work as well. So, did the writing kind of come quite naturally? Did you feel quite comfortable, and did it move at a solid pace?
This album.
Yeah, this album, yeah.
I mean, it's very hard to say just yes to that, because
Mm.
a couple of songs on this album has been with us for years,
Yep.
and we haven't really had the time to prioritize them because they've been too far away from our how we see the song
Hmm.
turning out. It's like, for example, the main single, like the how do you say, like the main single for this album is probably "Devil in My Head,"
Okay.
which I have a hate love relationship to, because 4 years ago, me and Per, we were on a session in Stockholm,
Mm.
and we were sitting the whole day trying to make a song with two other guys, and we were really new at the time doing sessions with other people, because before we had only done songs with the band like that. So it was a new thing for us to be in sessions, so we were kind of like, how do you even do a session? So we were
Mm.
going there, and we kind of ended up with doing just one, like the riff that you're hearing, do 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 do, and that that freaking riff was with us for 4 years, and we tried to make a song out of it. And I was like, it didn't matter what kind of melodies was built around this riff. The riff was the hit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this sounds so bad. Like, nothing beats the riff on this song.
Mm.
So I was kind of frustrated, and I had trouble sleeping actually over this song for a long time. But
Wow.
now I kind of made peace with it. Per Per finally Per finally did a great job with putting together the song. So yeah, that's just the way of the creative process, I guess. Sometimes songs doesn't really fit, and then they come back like a boomerang, and like, oh, this song, you know. So
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, ultimately, you will no doubt have hard drives full of stuff that you're just not sure where it'll fit, if it'll ever fit, or maybe you'll come back to in 5 years' time, and that'll be a thing that's going to work for what you do in the future.
yeah, yeah, we recently had one of those, a song that's 6 years old, and we
Mhm.
were like, this is like the best song we have ever done. So it's like, but we didn't understand it at the time. So it's like, yeah, you
Well,
change, and so do your songs, and you get older, and you have different perspectives, and yeah. So it's a constant evolving thing.
yeah, you've used the right word. That's the word, isn't it? Evolving, not just as an artist, but as a person. So you're getting older, there's so much more you're experienced and you've learned, and yeah, and your skills alone will have, ideally, you hope your skills will have improved, and clearly they have, because obviously anybody who's heard this album already knows that. Plenty of singles out there as well. Are you paying attention to the positive response to the song so far? Like, do you read the comments and see what people are saying about the singles?
Yeah, I
Mm,
always try to stay updated somehow.
yeah.
Usually I'm not really a fan of social medias, but I try
Hmm.
to at least see what people are saying about us. But in the end, it's like, I mean, obviously, I I can take criticism, and I can I can take the criticism like, okay, I see blah blah, and I try to take everything and do like a smoothie out of it.
Hmm.
And I'm not really bothered so much by people thinking stuff and having opinions. I'm doing it more for myself, and I've always been like that.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean, obviously, if you don't have any place on your song, something's wrong. But it's like
Yeah.
I kind of trust myself and the team that we're working with around the songs, and I just love doing what I love to do. It's like if I love a song, I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't really care so much.
It,
I
it's
don't.
a,
I
it's a
don't. I'm not.
benefit,
I'm not
right?
a. I'm not a people pleaser as a
Hmm.
person. So it matters more to me what I love to do than what other people think about me necessarily. So
I get you. I
yeah,
get you. It's a nice benefit if people like it, but as long as you love it, that's the most important thing.
that it is, and it's a good way of living your life also.
Mm.
Whatever you do, you have to focus on yourself and what you love.
Easier said than done, though, right? When you're creating art and putting it out there, it's still always going to be a nerve-wracking time, a little bit of a tug to collar when people
Yeah.
start to react to it.
Be yourself as long as you're not a dick. That's the best quote.
There it is. There it is. All right. Studio positive. I've got to try and go to the next question for that. How about the studio? Was the recording a positive period for you? And do you have any particular favorite memories of the recording process?
I was really surprised about the Broken Halo song.
Mm,
That was it was kind of a struggle, especially for Bunny, which he made like 5, 6 versions out of it.
really?
But
Okay.
yeah, but it turned out really like if you if I could choose one song to kind of explain who I am, that's that song. You know,
Yeah.
it's very melancholic and it's also very positive in ways, and it's just a beautiful song. And I think that song is my favorite song of all time with Smash.
Wow.
So yeah, it's yeah. Usually the songs that you have the most headache over
Hmm.
are usually the songs that's going to be your favorite child. If you know what I'm saying, it's like you get you get a relationship with them in a different way when you're
Mm.
working with them so much. And the Broken
What
Halo is one of them. So yeah.
what was it about that? What was it that made that so difficult?
I mean, in the early stages of that song, we felt that every part of the song was nice, but it really
Mm.
didn't fit together. The flow was off. It was like, yeah, and you felt like we have a really good song here, but it's in pieces. We didn't really
Hmm.
feel that it was a good flow, and didn't really feel it was different songs in a song somehow. So, yeah, we worked really hard with that song. Blood, sweat, and tears.
The song speaks for itself. It's an incredible, incredible track. One of the more emotionally captivating of the bunch. But there's tons of that on there. Alongside the incredible storytelling nature of the record, it is, you said at the start, and it is the right word, variety. This is a variety, a varied showcase of what you're
Yeah, it is.
so capable of.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you have to have like those kind of albums that are a little bit odd, but it's a step towards something new.
Mm,
Usually for Smashing the Pieces, it's in my opinion, it's a step towards something even greater next time.
mm.
So it's like a bridge. Um, so yeah, we have after this album is done and released, we're gonna make album number 10. And I think we have a really good window of making the best album ever with that one, because then we're gonna have even more time, because we've been talking a lot about not giving away dates, you know, for singles or album, or just be creative and make the best songs. And when when the album is done, then we can give people dates with an album that's going to come out. Usually we work towards a date, and it's going to be stressful, and you're going to be out on tour and blah blah. So I think the quality of the songs and everything, we need to like really not say anything, just try to like focus on the best thing we can make. And I think we have a really good window of doing
Really?
that. So yeah.
That's incredible. I mean, it is fabulous to hear that you are in such a creative mood and your minds are all connected and you're producing what you consider to be your best music or potentially best music today. It just makes things so exciting for the future. We haven't even got ArmaHeaven isn't even out yet as of the time of recording, and already talking about
We have
what
like
could
two
come next.
albums, as I said. We have almost like two albums more kind of done, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I do. I do,
So it's
absolutely.
but we need to polish them a little bit first. So
Make them the best they can be.
yeah, we're basically it's a disease.
It's a positive thing. I'm glad we're basically out of time. So it's got one more question for you before you leave, please, if you do not mind. What do you hope listeners take away from this record?
I have a much deeper answer to that.
Okay.
And that's, it's gonna be all right. I think that people are nowadays very stressed, and they're watching social medias, and they try to compare themselves with every single one on, it's everything will everything will be fine. Just take a chill pill and just, you know, there's always going to be a counter. How do you say, when stuff are tilting that way, it's going to be tilted that way. So it's going to be good times, bad times. And I think nowadays on social media, it's fucking catastrophic.
Mm.
People should really stay away from that, in my opinion.
Mm.
So my answer to that is like, everything will be all right.
I think sit back, press play on ArmaHeaven, close your eyes, and just be lost. We're lost with you for 15 tracks, and that at least that's a moment of peace, a chance to just be connected to you for the run of that album. We haven't got long to wait. It's October 31st. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I really do appreciate you giving me your time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.